How's everyone doing today? So, let's get into Riesz. She's a fan favorite. Um, Generally, how it is, it'll be between Angela and Riesz as the most popular character. It's usually Hawk right behind those two. But we're going to talk about Riesz today and what she can do. This is her first class. So, what do you have in store? You know, if you're going to go Riesz, well, let's take a look here. So, first thing is Whirlwind Spear. Now, this is probably the best class strike in the game. The best tier 1 class strike in the game. This is amazing, and you're going to be using it, and depending on the path that you take, when it's time to get her tier 2 class change, you may still just be using this. As you get further into the game, you get more CS bars, and that would be class strike bars, meter. You're going to start off with 200, so you're going to get 2 casts out of this. Let's look at our abilities here. So Riesz starts off in the Amazon class as a fighter. It's basically a she's just a fighter, here. She will follow the order of 1 ability, 2 strength passives for each class that she gets. This means that she will have a decent amount of strength at the end of the game. It will not it's not going to match Kevin's. I think Duran still pulls ahead, but it's gonna be close. So this is good for her. She's always gonna get some strength, and this will help early on. 5 points of strength. You're gonna see a noticeable damage increase. Excuse me, especially after the the first handful of levels that you get. Stamina, you're not going to go into stamina with her at all. You're going to be really tight on points, and they're all going to go into strength here. Stamina, as per usual, every class is going to ignore it unless you specifically need to take an ability such as Kevin or Angela for the spells. Intelligence, probably going to skip these. Fortitude may be useful, but again, when you're starting off, you only have 2 ability slots, and so these are going to be very valuable, and you're not going to waste them on lesser skills. So skip here for now. Spirit, you want to go into here for payback. Payback's nice. She's going to be using class strike a lot because hers is quite good. 5% enemy defeated. This is still decent. Generally, the packs of enemies that you run into will be between. I mean, you can see them as low as 1 or 2, but usually they'll be between 3 to 5. So you're looking at pretty good meter gain just by killing. And this payback is quite good. What payback does is it refunds, so you need to meet the minimum requirements to use the class strike. So it doesn't reduce it. Let's say a 1 bar class strike costs 100. It won't reduce it to 90. You spend the 100 and it'll just give you 10 at the end. Luck for her, you want to go into luck. Pinpoint is a chain skill, and it's a critical hit boost. So this will be useful on pretty much any character, especially in the early mid parts of the game. It's nice to just you want to be doing crits. Crits are more damage. A lot of things. You can get effects off of crits. Increase crit damage. You know, so it's good. So you're going to be going into strength and luck for Riesz, and you're going to be holding on to your points, and you're just going to be saving them for your next class change. Let's go ahead and learn these here. Alright, so a loadout for her, I would suggest going counter. Counter's nice in the early parts of the game. You're gonna be getting clipped here and there. So you know, any damage is gonna trigger this, and really in the early mid parts of the game, it's just a lot of just trading HP damage, you and the enemy, just hitting them till they die, that type of thing. So this is a nice buff for her. And your other option would be to do payback, or again you could just go payback and victory boost if you want to try to really spam the Whirlwind Spear. It's very good, so this is a good option for you. In terms of pinpoint, depending on the comp that you're running, you may want to give this to somebody else. Again, she has a lot of good skills. She has 2 CS gauge skills, a crit skill, and a damage skill for herself. So pinpoint, you know, you only have 2 slots to work with, but you have 4 skills. Pinpoint is a chain skill, so it's probably best to put it on someone such as Hawk or Kevin early game. Either way, no matter what you do, you're going to be alright here. Let's take a look at the moveset. Standard thing. You get a 3-hit normal chain. So the thing about Riesz is that she has probably I think the most range on her attacks. They're just very far-reaching, good forward movement, very good. However, if we change the perspective here, you notice that they are quite narrow. So from here they look great. So, you know, if this was, you know, look at that, really good. But then again, not so much. Alright, so let's go over her power attack. This is her C1 power attack. It's really not too good. Again, all the power attacks are the same. I mean, that's just Hawk, for example. 2 hits, good forward movement. You know, this one is, let's do Kevin. So hers really isn't too good. This not being that good, I would say, will kind of hurt her later in some of her classes, but you know, we'll get into that later. So again, that's power attack, no combo. Let's charge it up. Same deal. This will break armor. You're going to be, until very end game, post game, one of these is going to break any armor in the game. You're going to need 2 of them post game, certain enemies, but I mean that's all that takes. Let's go over her second power attack. So very good forward movement. Let's wait for this. Thank you. Alright, so let's do 2. 1, 2, and got a bit of, so you can see the range on that, and much better range. So basically the first power attack you do, this is a knockback attack. That's what the game treats it as. Each character has one of these. You hit the enemy, you're going to slap them away. This would be your AoE attack, hitting everyone. For example, is knockback, same deal. Everyone has it. Also worth noting, unlike Kevin and Hawk, Riesz, staying true to the original, only has generally one hit off her combos, much like Duran. She does get multi-hitting power attacks later, but for now. So all in all, Riesz, you're taking Riesz because you are investing in the character for later. So right now she's just a warrior, just a female Duran, female Kevin. You're gonna be you're just counting on her later. It's just an investment. Later she becomes quite good and the best at what she does, much like Wolverine. But for now, oh, and one last thing, her running attack, dashing attack is definitely one of the best in the game. It's just big forward movement. She will look at that. You can just cross the screen. She's quite good. Alright, so let's go look at the class strike, and let's get this done here. So Whirlwind Spear has a narrow AoE, but it's long reaching. So I mean, you can see there it has a vacuum, and it's narrow, but it's still quite good. It's really good for flying enemies. This is a good, well, as you're starting out in your first class, it's just going to be a good class strike, period. Maybe Kevin's could tie it for first place, but she's going to be the best. Later in the game, you will use this for quality of life. It's just very, very good, very strong for what it does utility wise. I think the final thing we'll do is we will show off her combos in battle. So she just has a lot of range. Look at that. Again, she is narrow with the spear thrusts. So, but again, that really doesn't matter because you have the big sweeping power attack. Let's show the range on the chart. See, so I mean, it's the range is a little better than it shows. I mean, the AoE on the but not too good. Look at this guy. Oh, look at Riesz. Alright, well, I don't like that. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use this. We are. Let's do another one. Alright, perfect finish to an absolutely perfect video. So for Riesz, you're going to take her. She is the warrior. You are investing in her. When later she becomes much more than a warrior and the best debuffer in the game, support. So in a sense, the best support in the game. For now, she is a very good character in the early parts, just beating up on things, throwing out your class strikes. She gets 4 great abilities: counter, payback, victory boost, and pinpoint. So, great character. Very good character. So, we'll call it here. Thanks for watching. See you again. Take care now.